At age 18, I dropped out of high school with one thing in mind, with one vision in mind, and that vision was one day I would be rich, one day I'd become financially free and I'd be able to travel the world and do what the fuck I want and wake up when I want. And I can now tell you that 3 years later, that's exactly what I've achieved. So if you don't know me already, my name is Zain Mia. I run an online education company that makes multiple six figures profit every single year. And on top of that as well, I've networked and traveled around the world and met your favorite entrepreneurs and literally had dinner with some of these guys, right? Guys such as Alex Hormozi, Jordan Belfort, Russell Brunson, and Sam Ovens, to name a few. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because there was this time where I just wanted to make money online and I would always Google, how do you make money online? And I would never find the answer. One guy would say, do this business model. The other guy would say, do this business model. And overall, I was just fucking confused. But there's one thing I knew, and that thing was I would 100% find a way to become financially free. Because I remember this shit like it was yesterday. I was 16 years old and I was sitting in assembly at school, and there was a teacher, and this teacher was basically the head of the whole school year, right? So think about it, everyone who was in my school year, he was the head of the year. So he was responsible for everyone, almost like a mini principal, right? There's 200 pupils in my year. And he did this emotional assembly near the last few days saying, guys, I'm leaving the school, I'm retiring, you know, it's my time to relax. And he made this sob story, the girls are crying, buying him gifts. Like, I can't lie, I was jealous at the female attention he was getting, I'm not gonna lie. But then they're crying, the dudes are going up to him, shaking his hand, saying, thank you, sir, you're amazing. And then we went on a summer holiday. I come back from the summer holiday. Yeah, I finished school, but I go to the college, right? I go to the sixth form at that school. Guess who I see on the first day? I see the same fucking teacher who said he retired. And I go up to him and I say, sir, I thought you retired. And he said, Zain, I didn't have enough money saved for retirement, so I've got to probably work a few more years. And it fucking hit me. This guy is in his 60s and he's been working since he was in his 20s. So he worked for over 40 years and he could not save enough money to become financially free. Like, I want you to think about that. That's the matrix in the nutshell. And he didn't just have to work another year. He said he has to work a few more years. Little does he know, he probably won't even last that long. Because combine that with the stress of the world, the fact that he wasn't in amazing shape, and all the other factors, his life was completely fucked. So this was someone I looked at. And instead of looking up to, I looked down to, and I said, this is a person I never want to be like. So then what did I do? Again, 18 years old, I had this thought in my mind about, I want to learn how to make money online. So that's exactly what I did. So I started watching videos and videos and videos. And guess what happened for the first 2 years? Nothing. I made $0. I made £0. I made €0. I made zero Thai baht. And I was like, I felt like absolute dog shit. In fact, when I dropped out of school when I was 18, I had about maybe like 3 to 4 months alone where I was just working, you know, trying to figure things out. Then eventually my parents hit me with this thing, this one statement that makes everyone shit their pants. And you know you hate this statement too. Zain, you need to get a job. And that's it, my heart sank. I was thinking, fuck, I dropped out of school to learn how to make money, and now I'm getting a fucking brokey job. And remember, I have no qualifications at this point, so I can't get some big level job and make a decent amount of money. So what did I do? I got a job in a warehouse. So that's it. This warehouse was 1 hour away from home, meaning I need to take a bus for an hour every single day. I would go there, I'd work 12 hours on my shift, and it would be an hour drive back. And if there was traffic in the morning, like real bad traffic, it would be a 1.5 hour, 2 hour drive sometimes. And that was my life. I'd go to the warehouse, come back, 15, 16 hours of the day passes, doom scroll for a bit out of depression, eat some junk food out of depression, and repeat. And that would go on for about 3, 4 months until eventually I lose that job. And then, of course, I still need money to eat, right? So then I have to do the walk of shame into the job center. So in the UK, there's something called universal credit, which is pretty much government welfare. So this is where the government literally gives you money so you don't become homeless. So you can basically use that money to eat. So again, I applied for the universal credit. The government would give me about £250 a month. So I could eat and I could sustain. So then I take this money. I'm living off it for a bit. Then eventually I get a job in a customer service job. But during that period of time where I had to do that walk of shame into the job center, something very, very, very crazy happened. I walked in one day and I see the woman at the desk. This is a legit 10 out of 10 absolute baddie. And I was thinking like, yo. And low key, for some reason, I was delusional at that point and I thought I had a chance. So I walked in there, chest up. I walk in, I go to the front, and then she doesn't even look at me. She has like a checkboard in her hand, right? She's holding it and she goes, name please. She didn't even look at me and she said, name please. So then I was like, Zain Mia. And she was like, yep, go over there. So she didn't even look at me. She's still looking at the board. And she goes, yep, over there. And then again, I sit down. Eventually, they call me up. They do like a little interview, trying to make me apply for jobs. And that's it. I specifically remember that day. I walked home pissed. I was saying, there's no way I can stay in this position. So then again, even though for the last 2 years at this point, I've been trying to run my online business and I've made $0, I said, fuck it. I'm not giving up. I have to figure this out because I can't live like this anymore. So then eventually, I landed a job as a customer service agent. So I'd work from home. I was very lucky. I'd just be doing calls all day, just serving the customers. I ain't going to say the company's name, obviously. And I'm working that job. And then guess what happens? 4 months later, I quit that job. I made $17,000 in a single month. The month after that, I make over 10K. A few months after that, I make $36,000. Alex Hormozi invites me to his Vegas headquarters to attend a mastermind there. I go to the event and he says, like, how did you make the money? And I teach him the funnel. The funnel is so good, he puts it on his YouTube channel. So in the span of 12 months, April 2023, I was on Universal Credit. April 2024, I made $36,000, which was $32,000 in my pocket, right? Profit after I paid the team. And I just told Alex Hormozi a funnel that changed the game for him and changed the game for people on this platform called Skool. So just like that, in 12 months, everything changed. Even though for the 2 to 3 years before that, I dropped out of school and I was slaving these jobs. But how? Because there's a simple message behind this video. You just need your first sale, and then all of this stuff is easy. You just need your first sale. So I don't care what position you are in your business journey right now. If you have not made your first sale, do not give up. Do not give up, because this is very, very common, especially in the service-based business world, right? So I'm a very big advocate for service-based businesses. I recommend that if you're starting out as an entrepreneur, it doesn't make sense to do e-com or sell any physical products. There's too much for you to lose. There's money to be lost. I recommend you start a service-based business. For example, you can start a YouTube channel and sell online coaching if you're someone who wants to put his face out there. But if you don't want to put your face out there, start something like a video editing business, a copywriting business, a high-ticket sales business, and you want to go all in on that. But the problem is, lots of people do these things too, so it's hard to land clients initially. But I promise you, once you get your first client, it's all easy. How else did I go from Universal Credit in April 2023 to April 2024 making $36,000, speaking with Alex Hormozi at an event, which you can see on my YouTube channel, I have a Vegas vlog, and on top of that as well, having dinner with Sam Ovens, and then a few months after that, I was having fucking dinner with Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street. You know the movie, The Wolf of Wall Street? You guys fucking know the movie. I'm having dinner with this guy. How the fuck did I do all this? Because I didn't give up until that first sale. I promise you, once you figure out how to get that first sale, everything changes. You build momentum. You build confidence. You start realizing that this is something that will actually work, because I can imagine how you feel right now. You're running your business and you're operating this online business, right, with this dream of becoming financially free and being able to travel the world like I am, right? I'm literally living in Thailand. I'm from the fucking streets. But you have this vision that you're going to run this business, but you're getting no results. And the people around you are telling you, like, this isn't going to work, it's not going to work. But you know it will work because you've seen guys like me do it firsthand. Like guys who knew me a few years ago who laughed at me, they must feel fucking dumb. I wake up, I can see the fucking like sea over there. With some palm trees over there. I've got my own balcony. I'm chilling, bro. I'm good, right? But you're in that period where everyone's laughing at you, everyone's doubting you, everyone's saying, get a secure job, do this, do that, and you just don't feel like it's gonna work. But I promise you, once you get that first sale, everything shifts, your energy shifts, you wake up, the air smells different, the air's more crisp, water is more hydrating. And I know this sounds stupid, but women become more beautiful, the grass looks greener, all when you get the first sale. You know why? Because your mind shifts. Everything just feels amazing once you get that first sale. Life just feels so fucking good. And I'm telling you this from experience. All you need is the first sale, then all this shit is easy. Okay? So there was no like actual points or substance behind this video, I'll be real. I just wanted to get the message out there. I wanted to tell the story to maybe inspire you and motivate you to make money online and not give up on the journey. Because I'll be real with you, I was this close to giving up. In fact, when I was in that warehouse job, there was a time I considered suicide. My boss sent me upstairs to go, like when I say upstairs, I mean like the top floor of the warehouse, right? To go do some task. And I'd literally be here for 12 hours alone. It's fucking hot. They don't even have an air conditioner. And I remember there was a ledge like this, right? But it wasn't glass there. There was usually nothing there. There was just like a little, it was like a metal frame, right? And I was looking down, okay? So I want you to imagine I'm looking down, and you can see this isn't that quite high, right? If you jumped off this like low key, you could probably survive. I'm talking the top of a warehouse. And I remember looking, and I said to myself, what if I jumped off right now? Would I lose anything? And on that day, I was going to commit suicide, but then I remembered some stories from other mentors about how millionaires usually become millionaires on their 8th business, and all these different things. I was like, fuck it, I'll give it another try. And here I am today. So that's the reason I made this video, because I don't want you to give up. I want you to understand that once you make that first sale, life becomes beautiful, life becomes amazing, everything is just more joyful. And one day, maybe you'll be out here in Thailand, just like I've been able to do at age 21, okay? So if you're someone who has an online business right now, or perhaps you're thinking, which business should I start? I can help you. So I've got 2 programs, okay? The first one is called Synthesize. It teaches you how to build a personal brand and then how to sell online coaching on the back end of it. So I'm gonna teach you how to build an online coaching business that will take you from $0 to $10,000 a month every single month. And trust me, this program has physically helped multiple people do it. In fact, one of the guys in there, he has videos that get like 500K views, 200K views. He's managed to make over $20,000 in a month, and he's basically traveling the world now, right? I think he just moved to some country. I'm gonna say the country for his privacy reason. And I've got a few other guys in there as well. So that's the first way I can help you. The second way I can help you is if you're someone who doesn't like the idea of building a coaching business, but you still want to make money online, I can teach you step by step how to build a video editing business, a copywriting business, or an appointment setting business, or a high ticket sales business, right? So my philosophy is this: you either become a personal brand and sell coaching, or you start a business that's a service-based business that serves content creators and personal brands, right? So that program is called Monetize, and it'll teach you how to go from 0 to 5 to 10K a month by starting a video editing business or some kind of business like copywriting, appointment setting, and high ticket sales. And all the frameworks are proven. We've got a bunch of testimonials in both programs. So if you want to learn how you can make money online and you want to guarantee yourself that you get that first client and you want to work with me, again, the proof is in the pudding. I can't fucking fake this lifestyle. Again, click my Instagram. You'll see I'm not bullshitting. I've met all the people that you look up to. I'm in your dream position. So if you want to learn from me, click the first link in the description below. If you have money to invest, book a call with me, and then we'll talk about how I can help you. So that's it for this video. Like and comment, subscribe. And before you leave, just look at the fucking view. It's fucking amazing. But I'll see you in the next one.